Test, test, test. I'm gonna do like a very mini stream just to show you, by the way. Mm. Are you gonna get? Are you planning to get a 4000 series though? Well, you think you can skip it? Yeah, I'm gonna skip it for a little bit. What do you mean? Really? So what are you gonna make? Go on. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So yeah.
Card because I prefer the user experience way more over NVIDIA.
Mm.
So, like, I can go out and buy a 6950 XT right now. I could order that shit and have it delivered in a couple of days.
Yeah.
But no, you see what I'm
But how
getting.
much
You
would it?
see what I'm
Yeah, yeah,
planning.
yeah.
So I'm getting that. Like I literally have a majority of the money right now for my down payment. I'm
Mm.
just getting the rest of it,
Mm-hmm.
and then hopefully I have everything in August, and then I'm gonna go pick. I've got to go an
Oh
hour
my
and a half away to go pick one
god,
up,
bro.
or I just have it delivered.
Sus. Bro, head to my live stream.
But
Tell
yeah,
me if that's not HDR right now.
okay, but yeah, I
Fuck.
prefer the AMD experience. I'd rather use an AMD card. AMD's like they're doing shit that I like. Like I
Yeah.
personally, for the stuff that I like to do, how I want my games presented, what I
Mm.
can do with FSR over
You're actually
DLSS,
completely wrong
I
anyway,
I
sorry, actually.
prefer like DLSS is better than FSR. Don't get me wrong,
Yeah, of
but
course.
how they implemented FSR and RSR,
Mm.
I could make basically old games from 1080p because you know how older games max out.
Yeah.
So a game maxes out at 1080p, right?
Mm-hmm.
Dude, the upscale, like I still have my 6600 XT, right? So upscaling from 1080p to 4K
Mm.
from 1080p, dude, it looks damn good, I
Mm.
have to say.
Mm-hmm.
And taking a game that only maxes at like 480p or
Mm.
720 or whatever that odd resolution, it will upscale up to my 4K TV. And dude, like say an old game like a point and clicker game or whatever that's like super low res from like the 480p resolution era,
Mm-hmm.
dude, it will take something like that and it basically make the graphics like on point. Like
Mm-hmm.
that's how fucking cool it is. I can't do that really with NVIDIA, or NVIDIA makes it weird to where you have to go learn some shit and then figure out how to do it.
Yeah.
AMD, AMD, I just click a button, I just toggle a button, boom, set the resolution to what I wanted to the default resolution, and then it upscales to 4K. Super sexy and beautiful. Like, I
Mm.
mean, the shit is beautiful. Like, if you ever played Still Life on PC, like
I
you could see
think
that
so.
low ass resolution. It's
That
not
actually
even like
reminds me, and that's another thing I want
720p
to
or
ask you as
whatever.
well. What's your thoughts on the new monitors that's coming out? Like, there's some new
I haven't been
4K,
paying attention.
4K
Oh,
120
let me go to
hertz.
your stream.
Oh yeah, that's
I
cool.
could actually benefit that from that because
I could too
my
now.
setup, yeah,
Technically.
like having the dude that extra 5950 power, like I see it over the 5700G, which was 8 core 16 threads.
Mm.
But I do see in some games that use the CPU more. I'm getting a lot more FPS,
Mm.
like stupid amount of FPS. Um,
I always test my test room.
you're on a loading screen. Yeah, I see
Oh
it now.
yeah, look, not even just that, dude. Look at the freaking desktop. My desktop is ridiculous HDR. Look at the desktop.
Okay,
How
that's
clean and smooth is my
yeah, that's
phone,
pretty
man?
nice. I have it blown up. I'm using the 4K, the 50-inch 4K, and then since it's 1080p, I have it actual full screen right now.
Mm.
Because I usually, when I every time you ask me something, I full screen stuff.
Mm.
But I have HDR turned
I,
on, so it
if
might
I'm
look
being
a
honest though,
little.
I still full screen windowed. I've got everything pretty much full screen
Well, for
windowed.
the
I don't
games,
everything, yeah, pretty much. Bro, how
no, I
smooth is
don't.
this
Well,
now? What the
like
frick?
full screen window is good if you want to just keep alt tabbing and stuff. I usually just turn everything full screen,
How does
like
this look to you,
exclusive.
by the way?
Um,
This is Hawkeye, in position above the airbase.
well,
Eyes on target.
how I have my stuff set up right now because I have HDR on Windows 11, so it's like makes things slightly warmer for color. But for quality wise though, like I'm not seeing pixelation or any of that stuff or
Nope.
blockiness, compression. I'm
Oh,
not really seeing any of
I
that
just, that's a,
right now.
but you know why?
And I have
Did,
you full
did
screen
I
in
tell you why?
1080p. Like
Have you heard about
no,
the
but
new
I'm
setup I did?
telling you though. Hold, no, no, hold on. Before you say anything,
Yeah.
I have you in because you're streaming in 1080p on
Mm.
Twitch, so and Twitch has a limit for bitrate.
Mm.
So being that I actually have you full screen on a 4K 50-inch TV and 1080p, it still looks good.
Mm.
So yeah, and I don't see any like compressions. But
And
go ahead and tell me about what you
it's
tell me.
silky as well, right?
Yeah,
A lot
no,
more.
like, that's what I want. I want to be able to like not have the see the compression. Because if you
Mm.
go, like if you check that last little thing I did with the camera video, check that out and tell me what you think. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
and then you can like see the video quality of that. It's like I wanted to get it to look better. Like that's not bad, but I want to see it look better.
Mm.
What is that? That wallpaper is from like the game engine app or whatever I'm seeing.
Yes. Yep.
Or whatever it's called.
Wallpaper engine. Mm.
Yeah, I've been meaning. I'm like, should I
It's
get that? Because
good.
it's only a
I
couple
actually
bucks.
like it,
But
if I'm being honest. It's not something that's very
because then
necessary,
you could
but it's
actually
quite
make
nice.
your own animated wallpaper from it too. So
Yeah,
that's why I'm
100%,
like,
yeah.
that's kind of tempting.
Mm. If you can do the layers, yeah. For some reason why you can't.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, if I teach myself that, I could actually do my own like live paper wall background. So, like,
Yeah. Remember, 6 year, you're the pure judge of this, okay? If this looks way better than it used to look. I think the only issue I have is freaking OBS preview is quite low quality. I don't know why. I'm trying to see if I can fix it.
So far it looks good. Like I mean, like I said, I'm not seeing the blockiness or
Mm-hmm.
compression
It's nothing, can it? It's just silky.
or like for 1080p, yeah. Like I'm viewing full screen 1080p on a 4K TV, so it's gonna look a certain way. So I'm like, it's good on that. If I exit full screen, just have you in the browser, it's gonna make it look a little bit nicer because you're not full screen, or I don't have you full screen,
Mm.
so it's not trying to get to that 4K resolution. So yeah,
Do you know what I did?
to me
Tell
it looks
me,
good. I guess.
tell me if this isn't over-engineered or what. But all my systems are always over-engineered. What I did, yeah, was on my gaming computer, I have the capture card, the 4K capture card, as well as
Yeah.
OBS on, going to 3 monitors. So what I mean is a capture card will pick up my main gaming monitor. I have a second monitor which I use just for checking OBS, checking chat, checking all that stuff, and a third monitor which is used as a preview of the OBS screen, and then in my
No,
streaming
so
PC, and then in
so
my
your 3090 is hooked up to 3 monitors, correct?
yes.
Okay, so yeah, yeah.
But and then on top of
No,
that,
I
I've
see
got my
what you're saying.
streaming
You
PC.
just split the screens,
No, but
like I do.
what I've done on top of that though is so that third screen is not a real screen, it's a virtual screen, which all it does is an OBS preview output, and that is connected to another capture card on another computer. So the reason why I did that is because when you use X264, as you know, it uses all your CPU and you can't do anything. So I was thinking, because I want to add overlays in games and like VTuber avatars and all that stuff that I like doing randomly, I can't do that all at the same time I'm trying to live stream because of how much usage it uses. So what I've done is, if I do all the heavy
That's
processing
because
on the gaming PC,
you're running a 58. If on the gaming computer, you're running a 5800X, so that's 8
Yeah.
cores, 16 threads. Newer games are starting to use those full 8 cores, 16
but that's the
threads.
thing though. You
But
gotta
by how
remember though,
much,
because
it
I'm not
just
using them.
depends.
That's the thing. I'm not using them for the gaming though. This is just purely OBS, and I'll be on 80, 90 FPS, 90% CPU usage, just using X264 because of the way I've programmed my streams. That's why they're so high quality. Remember when we did that whole
Yeah.
quality pass? But that's why I physically can't do anything
You're probably
else.
using slower pace than what it's
Yeah.
set for, huh?
I am using very slow, yeah. But the slower, the higher the quality.
No, yeah, I know because I adjusted it. I was
I'm
messing
pretty
with
sure
it
I
too
am
the
on
other
like,
day.
I
I
think
was
I
like,
am on actual slow.
dude, I think like with 5950X with that, yo, you could actually go pretty slow. But
But do you not think
like I
that's smart
said,
though,
it
by
just
the way?
depends on.
So yeah, so
Huh?
what I did was that streaming PC now is
Oh
now
yeah, you got
looking
some
at the
crazy setup you can do.
OBS. It's looking at the OBS output. Do you understand? On the main PC. So that way, that PC, all it needs to do is take that HDMI input
No, yeah, I see.
and broadcast it with X264. That's all it has to do. No websites, no browsers, no nothing. That's all it has to do. And I do all the overlays. And the good thing it means any like overlays in chat when people follow, or all the ping noises, I'll be able to hear it now because it's on my main PC.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And OBS on that main PC doesn't have to do anything. All it does is do a preview. But that's why I need to fix the preview quality, because I don't know why it's so low recently. Part of me thinks it might be an actual capture card, but I don't know. I haven't found the way to fix it.
Yeah. And you know what I realized too when I was messing with the streaming this computer, like my XR1 Lite capture card, the XR1 Lite external capture card that I got, EVGA one. I can't use HDR when I have it hooked up to the capture card. I was like, no, not with this one.
Which one do you have?
I was like, the XR1 Lite capture card, EVGA.
Yeah, I'm using the 4K.
Yeah, so
4K Pro.
Yeah, it allows the 4K pass through, but you can't use HDR. I was like, that's why I couldn't use it before, and the setting was all grayed out. So I plugged it in directly to the computer. I was like, oh no, but I'm saying is I got the 5950X and 3090 now, so I don't have to use a capture card. I have more than enough power to do everything on one PC. I just got to limit attempts and put settings in certain ways, because obviously you don't want to do that because the 5950X gets hella hot. Like, even dude, I have the expensive $200 like fucking EK 360 AIO Elite RGB edition, fucking $200 for it. Freaking that came with 6 fans and the radiator. So like, and the way I have it set up is like, dude, it still gets a little warm depending on what I'm doing. Like, it still can hit up in 80C. I'm like, yo, that's crazy. But it doesn't go, like, it usually never goes above 80 now. Like, it was hitting like 80 something before. Like, there was one time in one game it was like 88C before, when I had the other the Be Quiet Dark Rock Pro on the 5950X. Dude, it hit like 88. I was like, oh, that's toasty. I can't have that go up that high.
I'm not allowed that, bro.
That's when I got the AIO. It's the AIO is helping, but it still gets warm.
I'm low-key thinking about putting in AIO on my graphics card. I'm actually concerned.
Well, yeah, you could do that.
I'm actually
that's like, I have the EVGA 3090s, and that shit gets hot.
Bro, literally, it burnt when I was trying to install the 4K Pro in it. It burnt my hand. That's how hot it was. And I mean, when I say burnt my hand, I mean physically,
Me too.
because the way the card has to go in, it goes in right next to the graphics card. I physically had to be careful because every time I touched just the casing, it would
You should
burn
have
my
it turned
finger.
off.
It was off.
You should have like let it sit for a moment. You gotta dissipate that heat. Dude, I'm telling you, the high. This is why I kind of don't like. I like the performance of high end, but everything else is ass.
I completely agree.
Like fire consumption's ass. Heat is the temperatures are ass.
Mm-hmm.
Like, dude, I downgraded the streaming PC, right? So I don't have 5700 Gs. They're in the Corsair PCs. I just gotta put a storage device and buy Windows 11 or buy Windows 10 and then upgrade it to 11 for free, and those are done. I just gotta buy the storage device. So my PC, streaming PC, got downgraded to a 30. I went back to the Ryzen 3600, and my 6600 XT is in it. The 1660 Super is in one of the Corsairs. That's being given away. So I don't have that anymore. Just the 6600 XT, the 3600, and it's the 16 gigs of RAM at 3200 megahertz in the streaming computer right now. Dude, and it has the Be Quiet Dark Rock Pro in there, the one that I was using for the 5950X before.
Mm-hmm.
So that's in the streaming PC. Dude, the Dark Rock Pro with a 3600, holy, and the 6600 XT, let me tell you, dude, this PC is so fucking quiet, and this shit doesn't even break a sweat with temperatures. I don't even have to fucking, like, I turn this shit on, I could max everything out, don't even have to fucking worry about temperatures at all. Like, you're gonna be usually in the 60s.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just like, yo, like my 6600 XT, because I have the way that I have the cooler in there. So I got the two fans because it's in the H510, the NZXT H510 case.
Mm-hmm.
So I got two Be Quiet 140 mil fans in the front. Mm-hmm. Then I got the default NZXT non-RGB, just the basic cheap NZXT fans, 120 on the top, 120 in the back, so that's 4 fans right there. Then I got 2 Be Quiet fans, that came with the Dark Rock Pro, so one in the front of the cooler, one in the middle between the cooler towers.
Mm-hmm.
So I got 6 fans in there right now, and the big ass rating of the cooler for the 3600. Dude, that shit is so cool to the dude. That's the setup right there. Like, I can maintain the boost on the CPU like easily with that shit. Like, I don't have to worry about temperatures. And when it's idling, dude, this shit only uses like 70 watts when idling for the streaming computer. I'm like, yo, this uses like a fraction of what I'm using with the gaming computer. And I'm still running like Cyberpunk on like Ultra or whatever without the ray tracing in 1080p and shit. It is, dude. I'm like, dude, I'd rather use the streaming computer kind of, even though I got this $4,000 PC next to me. I'm like, I'd kind of rather just use the streaming computer and I don't have to worry about shit because I could leave it on and still not even use as much power. I'm like, damn. I like that PC now. That's my favorite PC right now. Is not the gaming computer, but the streaming computer.
I must say, there's one thing that I'm really not happy about right now. Is the quality that this capture card is outputting.
The video quality of the capture card?
Yeah. I don't know if you can see by my stream.
Yeah.
But look at the second level. You see how you got the first level, you can actually read the word, and the second level just disappears.
Well, it's because, I'm trying to view what you're capturing because you're capturing a 4K display and trying to stream it to 1080p, so that should
no, but that's the thing. I'm not now. I'm literally got 1080p to 1080p.
No, but I'm saying, well, yeah, like
You know what I mean?
Even the first one is somewhat readable. The second one's a little blurry. Then the third one's blurry. It's like an eye exam. Like this shit.
Yeah,
Like
but I'm
you keep
saying, but
going
the
up,
thing is,
and it's
you'd
just like,
expect the first two levels to be as close as possible. You know what I mean? But it's just really not.
yeah, it's not. Like I can tell it's not. But
I need to find out. I
yeah, I
need to
don't know
fix
if
that
it's.
because till I fix that, I'm constantly gonna have like color issues. You know what I mean?
I forgot what color format everybody was saying, or certain people were saying to use.
I
Like
usually
I
use
forgot all the OBS
I
stuff.
usually use the 709. That's not made it any better.
But no, just you see that blue background, right, that you get with Windows 11, that default one. You have to admit, dude, that shit is clean as fuck.
Yeah, it is. But
Especially in 4K, I was like,
It
yo,
is very clean, but I did
this
change it.
shit, like, even going into the settings on Windows 11, you're like, dude, this user interface and menus and stuff is hella cleaner now.
Mm.
And then just getting to some stuff is a lot easier, and it's just there.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I'm like, when I upgraded to Windows 11, I'm like, I'm not going back. You couldn't pay me to go back to use Windows 10. That's why
I'm
I
not
just
gonna lie
stayed
though.
on.
I've been
And I'm
so
like,
far. I've been very impressed. Like I didn't think I'd be this
yeah,
impressed. I've been very impressed so
yeah,
far
they
in the
fixed that
last
FT.
hour.
Like you came in at a good time because they fixed the FTPM for AMD.
Mm.
It's like this little micro stutters or whatever. Because like once I started adjusting these two PCs to their final form, which you see now,
Mm.
like I was like, dude, my streaming computer's hella fucking smooth. I was like, good lord, I don't remember it being this fucking smooth. This is nice.
Mm. See, that's the level it should be at. Why is this got way better quality
What?
than OBS, the 4K capture software? Way better.
I don't know.
I don't want to do any of this stuff because this stuff's not so small on PC down.
But no, yeah, I could be, I dude, my like I got the setup now, dude, that I wanted for like quite a while, and I haven't really, and like I could be like, hey, I could capture PS4, I even capture PS3 and stream that shit.
Hmm.
Even the PlayStation TV, the little Vita but TV version, I got that too. Uh, but yeah, it's dude, I could do it all now, pretty much. But no, I've been trying to keep myself from buying a 6950 XT.
Have you actually?
Yeah, no, like I could do it. I'm just like, dude,
Trying to
I
push
am
stuff not to.
doing something else. Like,
I get it. Completely
I'm
get
like,
it.
I want to go back to using. I'm like, I love the performance of the 3090, but I'm like, dude, I wonder. I was like, I keep wondering. I'm like, dude, if I get, because I love my Gigabyte. Like, I have a Gigabyte 6600 XT OC Pro model.
Mm-hmm.
Like that specific card design, dude, I'm telling you, 6600 XT with the Gigabyte OC Pro version of that card. Fucking dude, you are usually always at 59C. Usually always. Unless your case has sucky ass airflow, you're usually always at 59C on
Mm-hmm.
that card.
Mm-hmm.
Even with maxed out settings, or even if you're trying to 4K with that card, even though it's supposed to be for 1080p, you can 4K stuff at depending on the settings, of course. Um, but yeah, even then it'll be like your card's only at 59C. I'm like, oh my god, this is a sexy card. And so I'm like, I wonder what the 6950 XT version of that card with same card design, same fan design, everything except for it's just a 6950 XT. I'm wondering how the temps are with that card, with that design. Because if it's like this card, dude, I fucking want one.
Mm.
That's why I'm wondering. I'm like, I've been tempting to buy one because I'm like, I really wonder. No, I want to know how the performance compares to the 3090. But then I'm really like, I'm like, if I can get better power or less power consumption with better temps on the 6950 XT over the 3090, oh dude, I would be using the 6950 XT all day, every day over the 3090. Like, yes, I would take a hit to some FPS performance, but dude, AMD. It's just that's where my preference is. I've used like I have the 6960 or 6600 XT and I have the 3090,
Mhm.
and doing what I want to do with stuff in games and how I want to view stuff, how I want the user experience to be is AMD.
Mm. Do you know what I think I might need to do? But I think it's gonna kill my PC though. I don't want to do it.
Uh,
I think the issue I'm having is actually with the game capture, like SDK that works for OBS. It's just dog shit. I think.
oh no.
I don't want to have to do this because it means I'm using extra resources. So I have to render it twice. Am I still live? Yeah.
Yeah, you're just on the. It's just showing the Windows background. Nothing, nothing else.
How about now? It should just like a black screen now, hopefully.
I just, I'm still. Oh, okay. It went black.
I don't like the fact I have to do it this way. It's so dumb.
It's just black screen right now. I need to. I think well, I need to like tidy up my chords because putting the EK AIO in, like there's a shit ton of chords because of the fans,
Mm-hmm.
and then I gotta double check like all my RGB connections because like it's kind of weird apparently.
Honestly, part of me is thinking I might need to buy another capture card.
Okay, now you're at the animated face with all the
Oh, shit.
icons.
Don't look at the screen. Look away from the screen. Or
And now you just did some crazy color thing, and then that's back.
okay, I'm gonna try something. I'll turn that off. I'm gonna have to do a disgusting window capture. Try game capture. Oh, it's so
Did you see that
gross.
Capcom bundle I was telling you about?
Yeah, I did. I did take a look at it.
That's not bad, right? Though all those
It's not.
Capcoms,
It's not bad.
you're getting like almost every Devil May Cry except for four.
Hmm.
I was like, damn, that's a nice bundle.
Just have no money for it. That's the problem.
I kind of I got it for Monster Hunter and then the the Street Fighter ones. I was like, yo, Street Fighter 4 Ultimate or Ultra or whatever with all the DLC, and then 5, and then it gives you a coupon for the upgrade to upgrade to like the other version for Street Fighter 5, so you can get like all the rest of the DLC pretty much,
Mm-hmm.
except for the season 5 pass content. So I
Mm.
was like, that's not bad. Because I was like, I kind of like I haven't really played Street Fighter since like Street Fighter 2
Oh wow.
on like the
Almost
Super
forgot.
Nintendo or Sega Genesis.
Mm.
I'm like, dude, like, cause I have a lot of stuff like that on my computer now for like the games,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm like, I have a lot of like classic games that I grew up with as a kid, and I'm like, dude, I kind of want to be taken back to that nostalgia era playing Street Fighter, but the new Street Fighter on the same like fighting stage
Mm-hmm.
because they brought some of the classic stages back. And I was like, dude, that reminds me when I was like a wee little kid staying up till like two something in the morning playing Street Fighter 2 because we rented it at Blockbuster Video.
Mm. Got me with blockbusters.
So I was like, yeah, I kind of want to be taken back. So I got the bundle.
Mm.
Yeah, Street Fighter.
Do you know?
I don't regret it.
I don't know if you've seen it. There's a new game that's come out for the Switch. It's a football game. It's an old school Mario Strikers. Did you ever play that?
Which one?
Mario Striker.
Oh, that one looked pretty cool. I was like, if I had a Switch, I'd probably buy it.
I want to get it. It is. I played the older ones, all the older ones, and I was fully impressed with this. Fully impressed.
But yeah, dude, the Street Fighter Five, I was like, dude, that in 4K max settings.
Mm.
I was like, yo, that's smooth as hell, and it looks really good, and it's got the color pops. There's a new Street Fighter game that's coming out, but it's slightly going towards like a more realistic look, but not really. But like when I see Chun Li in the new game, I'm like, she looks like ass compared to
Mm.
Street Fighter Five.
Mm-hmm.
Like compared to Street Fighter 4 and 5, Chun Li looks like ass in the new game.
Mm.
Dude, her face looks all like because they're trying to make it slightly look more real, I guess, but not really.
Mm-hmm.
Because you know how Street Fighter bodies are.
Mm-hmm.
Um, like not a fan. And then Bandai changed their logo to like some generic looking logo. And I'm like, your logo's ass now too. Oh wait, no, that's Bandai. This Capcom Street Fighter's yeah, Capcom. I don't know what.
Mm.
But yeah, no, it's yeah, the new Street Fighter game just doesn't look good. And then I have a gripe with the Bandai now.
Mm-hmm. Just need a way to fix this bloody quality.
Yeah, I got the Monster Hunter game in that bundle, and then I was like, oh, and then all the other Monster Hunter stuff was on sale. So then I'm like, I don't want to spend the money, but then I'm like, it's all on sale, and I can just get it and have the collection right now. So I have
Mm-hmm.
Monster Hunter stuff on PC. It costs a pretty penny, but hey, I got Monster Hunter World, and then I bought the Monster Hunter Iceborne DLC, which is like a big ass pricey DLC. Like I'm surprised at how much that shit costs.
Mm.
And then I got Monster Hunter Rise Deluxe Edition. Then I got Monster Hunter Stories 2 Deluxe Edition.
Mm-hmm.
And Monster Hunter Stories 2 is actually a turn-based Monster Hunter game. It's a turn-based
Actually, one is
RPG. I was like,
Oh, I
huh?
don't know if I'll play it not the turn-based version though.
Yeah, dude. I thought it was like Monster Hunter World,
Like,
right?
yeah, it showed
And
like a
so
hack
I
and
was
slash
looking
open
into it.
world. Yeah.
Yeah, I was Monster Hunter Rises, Monster Hunter, and then Monster Hunter Rise are basically like similar, except for graphically. And
Mm.
then Monster Hunter Stories 2 is a turn-based RPG that's it kind of plays like Monster Hunter, but in a turn-based RPG.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, that's cool. So I was like, I saw that and I'm like, oh, like, because that was the last thing I had. You know, like, ooh, do I want it? Do I really want to get this? Because it's like 28 bucks just for the deluxe edition. And
Mm.
I'm like, because I already spent X amount on the other stuff. So I was like, oh, I'm just gonna get it. I'm just gonna suck it up and get it because it's on sale. And then that way I have all the Monster Hunter stuff. And I was like, I hit the play button after it installed, and I was like, ooh, the colors are popping. Like if you know how like Genshin is,
Mm-hmm.
like the style, yeah, like it's like that, but more cell shaded, and the colors pop a lot on a good display.
Mm.
And so like I have all the Monster Hunter games. I don't have every like piece of extra content, but I do have like the main DLC stuff in those games.
Mm.
And then the new Monster Hunter Rise was the last game that came out. But they're putting out that big DLC, kind of like how Iceborne was to Monster Hunter World.
Mm.
So Monster Hunter, what is it, Sunbreak or whatever it's called? I don't remember the name. But that one's coming out on the 29th or something at the end of this month.
Mhm.
and that thing's pricey as hell too. So I'm like, do I get that? No, I'm
Do you know
like,
what
I don't really want to pay that.
do you know what I'm
But
thinking of doing? Because I'm such a
what's up?
bloody perfectionist. I think I need to buy another Elgato.
Buy another one?
Yeah, so I have 3.
Why do you need another one? Like you're
Because
going like you're
the,
trying to go too crazy, man.
no,
I'm
the
just
reason
saying.
why is because I'm not happy with the quality right now that OBS is outputting. So what I was gonna do is
It
I
looks
was
fine
gonna,
enough.
not for me though. I'm really not happy with it.
Dude, this is why I don't really want another high-end PC because like you always have like just to get that little extra, you always have to go above and beyond and pay that extra just to get a little extra fee.
I know it
That's
doesn't look
that's
like
why I'm
much,
like, dude, I'm kind of
but
over
do
it.
you know what it is? I don't like you can't read text. That pisses me off.
Well,
Yeah. Whereas
it
I
comes
could
down to
use,
bitrate too.
but that's what I'm saying. But whereas I could use the OBS, so I could use the 4K capture software and I could read everything.
Well, I mean, dude, you don't need another one. Like I could read you're looking at the web browser right now. You're on Bing. You're
Yeah, but
on, I think Bing,
look at the
and
icons though,
you're
bro.
looking at.
Look at the icons. They're blur. They're a complete blur.
They look good enough.
Mate, they look shit. They look like you got a $4 grand computer.
Nah, that looks good
Mate,
enough. I mean,
no,
because
mate.
compared to other streamers, they're still getting like the boxes for
But
compression and
I know,
pixelation and all
but
that.
I'm not other streamers, bro. I am as high quality. I milk quality for breakfast, bro. Do you know
So,
what I mean?
no, you are trying to be more than you are with not a good budget, put it that way. So
No, but the
just
thing is,
leave
that's the thing
it.
though. I do actually have a bit of room for budget actually because I'm sending back 2 things a day, so Amazon should be sending my money back. So I could, in theory, get
So
another one. In theory, I could.
nah, you're better off probably putting that money in this.
I think what I'm
Because
gonna
how
do
much is
is
another capture card? How much is another capture card?
let's check because I don't need a 4K one. I only need a 1080p one.
Because that's like a couple $100 right there.
I know.
So because if you're gonna do that, dude, you might as well just get a 5950X and boom,
But what am I gonna do with
you
another
got
graphics card?
hella CPU.
Oh, another CPU. But
No,
that's
you put
way
that
more
in the
money. No,
gaming
no,
one,
no,
right?
no. Because
I know
59.
it's way more
That's
money, but
like
I'm just
that's like
saying.
4 times the price. Did I not have any
They're
other
going, well, I
competitors?
paid like 600 for my 5950X, but they're down to like 550 right now.
Mm.
So they have gone down a little bit. So.
I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pull it into my other
See,
computer
that's
and test it.
170 right there.
I'm gonna pull it my other PC and test it, and if it does do the job, I might pick one up. I might cop one. I don't need this 4K one. I just want the old 1080p one.
I kind of want that pull up
Fuck.
green screen.
Mate, look at the prices. That makes no sense.
You look at that 229 or
It's
250.
cheaper
Well,
getting the
250
better
compared
one.
to 170. I mean,
The only problem is though, this uses a graphics card slot, and this one doesn't. So I need to get the 60. But that price is a joke thing.
229. Dude.
I'm not spending that on a freaking HD60. I'm sorry, that's just
I
ridiculous.
just spent like half of that with the Monster Hunter games. Dude, I spent like over 100 trying to get all the Monster Hunter stuff and the Capcom
God,
bundle.
why they out of stock? Overclockers, come on. You must be
That's why
kidding
I was like, yeah, I gotta make that.
me. I need to get to work. I got a meeting in like half an hour. So it's to start like 45 minutes ago. I'm typing in all go.
That case, there's my case right there, that Fractal. You see that shit? That's the one I have. RGB too.
It's a nice case. It's a very nice case.
Dude, it's a hella nice case, but I can't put the AIO on top because that's where they put the power supply. Because you see where it has RGB in the top left of that case? That's where the power supply goes. So you can't put anything on top like you would a different case.
I can't
See,
believe they
that's the
do
reason.
this.
That's the reason my AIO is the way it is right now. It's on the front, and
Ooh,
then the
okay.
cord's not even long enough to put it in the right way.
Mm,
So like this way is not optimal, but it shows that I can do it. It's just so you just gotta pay attention to when you do gotta like fill it back up with
mm,
liquid.
mm.
So that's
Bro, I
one thing
can't
you gotta worry
find
about.
this card. What is going on? How does nobody sell guys right now?
Dude, the world's going to shit in parts. Don't be surprised, like, because gas and everything's going up and diesel's going up. So don't be surprised if things are harder to get right now. That's all I'm saying.
I know. The idea of spending 200 and thing for that same card is stupid. I could buy a used one.
It is.
I don't mind buying a used one. £108 for a used one is not bad. Get it on Thursday. 2 days, 5 hours to the side. So that's not bad. £100 is not too bad. That's the type of price I was looking at. Do you know what I mean?
Eh,
But I need to test it first. I need to test it, make sure it actually works. Anyway, 6. I gotta go work, bro. You take care of yourself, man.
yeah.
I'll catch you
All
soon.
right
Yeah?
then.
Guys, the stream is coming down if you
Yep.
want to hit
Yep.
the as well. See you guys all soon, man.
No, yeah. I'll be going to bed soon. Like
Yeah, don't blame me, bro. What time is it for you now?
like 1 in the morning,
Yeah,
1:18 a.m.
yeah, you can get to sleep, bro.